Play YouTube News Gmail Drive More. Sign in. Apps. My Apps. Shop. Games. Family. Editor's Choice. Account. Payment methods. My subscriptions. Redeem.
Search images, maps, play YouTube News, Gmail Drive More. Gboard, the Google keyboard.
Gboard, the Google keyboard. Google LLC tools. 7,177,810. Add to wish list. Install. Gboard has everything you love about Google Keyboard: speed and reliability, glide typing, voice typing, and more. Glide typing, type faster by sliding your finger from letter to letter. Voice typing, easily dictate text on the go. Handwriting asterisk, write in cursive and printed letters. Emoji search asterisk, find that emoji, faster. GIFs asterisk, search and share GIFs for the perfect reaction. Multilingual typing, no more switching between languages manually. Gboard will autocorrect and suggest from any of your enabled languages. Google Translate, translate as you type in the keyboard. Asterisk not supported on Android Go devices. Hundreds of language varieties, including Afrikaans, Amharic, Arabic, Assamese, Azerbaijani, Bavarian. Gesture cursor control, slide your finger across the spacebar to move the cursor. Gesture delete, slide left from the delete key to quickly delete multiple words.
Personal brand. Published by Virtual School of Social Networking. Finally, I learned how to communicate my thoughts to readers. In the last month, the coverage of the Facebook page was 945,390 people. Instagram 300. How high does the tree in half? Then another. This should be done. Came to mind. It's all like a social media. Micromanagement is impossible. Networks, multiplying sites. The secret is that smart people have designed everything so that you don't have to keep an eye on your virtual home. It all depends on the decision. All obstacles, be it illness, old age, or laziness, everything can be overcome. Absolutely everything. It all depends on your desire. It all depends on the decision. Our network. Published by yogavado.com. We share knowledge through online learning. 2 areas, yoga and social networking. Educational materials are freely available. You will also receive moral support, advice, our experience, not short, replenishing half a century. All this is free. We believe in ordinary, human kindness and friendship. www.yogavado.com. Creative Immortality. Published by Virtual School of Social Networking. I studied mythology, and I noticed that cold philosophy needs a counterbalance, in the form of plot, characters, tension. Consciousness is designed in such a way that it needs balance. Logic and emotions, pure thoughts and artistic images are all necessary in synthesis. The reader perceives philosophical heights better when he imagines the teacher and the conditions in which these thoughts came to him. Newton with his apple, Archimedes in the bath, Buddha by the tree. We need this. We are not cold machines, but people, and therefore higher truths are better assimilated by us if they are submitted not only to the left, logical hemisphere, but all. Magic Weapon. Published by yogaold.net. The hero of mythology, defeating the dragon, has an analog in various cultures. This is Indra killing Vritra, this is Saint George killing the dragon. In the mass unconscious, this hero is very clearly identified, and it does not matter at all what the ego is called in certain cultures. This is the very first angel, the most beloved hero, defeating the dragon with some kind of weapon. This weapon is always featured. In some myths it is a spear, in others it is a magic whip, hammer, magic bow. In certain myths, this weapon is something psychic, an arrow that finds and strikes a target wherever it is. The third eye, from where a ray is emitted that burns evil.
Added Bitmoji sticker suggestions for Tao Te Ching. Lousy. Translator, James Legg. Published, -600 categories, nonfiction, human science, philosophy, religion source. About Laozi. Laozi was an ancient Chinese philosopher. According to Chinese tradition, Laozi lived in the 6th century BC, however many historians contend that Laozi actually lived in the 4th century BC, which was the period of 100 schools of thought and warring states period, while others contend he was a mythical figure. Laozi was credited with writing the seminal Taoist work, the Tao Te Ching, which was originally known as the Laozi. Taishang Laojun was a title for Laozi in the Taoist religion. It refers to one of the 3 pure ones. Source, Wikipedia. Note, this book is brought to you by Feedbooks strictly for personal use. Do not use this file for commercial purposes. 1. The Tao that can be described is not the enduring and unchanging Tao. The name that can be named is not the enduring and unchanging. 2. All in the world know the beauty of the beautiful. 4. The Tao is like the emptiness of a vessel, and in our employment of it we must be on our guard against all fullness. How deep and unfathomable it is, as if it were the honored ancestor of all things. We should blunt our sharp
lightning that strikes the enemy. If you see the signified behind the symbolism, then the hero is the spirit of the seeker, the student. A tool is a method, the totality of all that he wins the victory with, and the dragon is the base. Amaran, poem of Shota Rustavelli, in which has a commonality. Since all my life I have studied how the myths of the East are deciphered, I decided to do it with Georgian folk wisdom. I wanted to write another post today, but did not find the poem by Vaja Pishavela, Amaran, in the English translation. And it is impossible to translate. I found that there was, where work is divided between everyone, someone gathers mushrooms, someone, firewood. Purified all my life. Karma yoga is the path to perfection, relying on your work, for the good of the world. Self-study. Published by School of Yoga. Your browser does not currently recognize any of the video formats available. Click here to visit our frequently asked questions about HTML5 video. It is impossible to master yoga without the help of ancient sages and their experience. Self-study, or svadhyaya in Sanskrit, is a mandatory step in yoga. This means careful study, reflection and realization of the truths from the sacred books.
Самообучение. Слушание йогических сакральных текстов. Чтение.
Bushido. Published by School of Yoga. Your browser does not currently recognize any of the video formats available.
занимается словом.
obstacles. Be it illness, old age, or laziness, everything can be overcome. Absolutely everything.
Спектакля. Каждый играет отведенную ему роль. И роли чередуются. Это и есть закон кармы. Если в этой инкарнации вы играете роль
The Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, read by Duncan Steen. Book 1. From my grandfather Verus, I learned good morals and the government of my temper. From the reputation and remembrance of my father, modesty and a manly character. From my mother, piety and beneficence, and abstinence not only from evil deeds, but even from
В Китае и Японии тех, кто достиг успехов на пути, называют мастерами стратегии. Воины должны изучать этот путь.